Well, hi everyone. So yesterday I watched the show on BBC with Stacey Solomon and the Sort Your Life Out show, and it was a really fantastic show. And like all of us, we love these shows, the Home Edit, Marie Kondo, and this one on last night, and we all love watching these shows, including myself. And in fact, this show was really well done. Like it was impressive the way they showed how, we have so much stuff in our homes. And when what they did was they went into the home and then they took everything out and laid it out in an aircraft hangar to show like literally how much stuff this family had, how over the top, and how many kids books and kids toys and everything, all the sort of stuff they had, and it was just too much. And so the aim of the show was for them to reduce and declutter 50% of their stuff. And they showed what the home looked like at the end in the home, and it was beautiful. It just felt good, it felt relaxed, and of course the family loved it. But as I'll talk about a bit later, there was a little piece missing, and I'm going to, well, a little piece, but a very big, important piece was missing. So I'll talk about that in a moment. But if you're here for the first time, because I have basically launched this new part of my social media today, the Realistic Home Organization Show, and I've done it because of all these shows that we have on TV, and the most important word that you see on your screen here is the realistic bit, because what I'm passionate about and what I want to help people with is creating realistic solutions in their homes that are achievable for anyone and sustainable over time. And that's, again, the important bit, something that you can keep up for the long term. And so what I do within my Serenely Sorted business is I help busy people organize their homes and home life in less time, so they have more time for themselves and their businesses and their families. So I help them keep their homes organized without compromise. They look great, they're organized, they look serene, but give them techniques and a system to help them do this in less time. By the way, if you're watching live, please do put a comment or tell me who you are so I can see who's watching. I would really love that. So please do share with me so I know you're there. So I help people have great looking homes, but do so in less time. And what I mean by that is I give them realistic solutions that they can achieve and sustain over time, and using behavior changes and simple techniques to get things done in less time. And what I do is I install what I call the Serenely Sorted system into people's homes myself, or you can do it yourself via the Serenely Sorted Academy. So that's just a bit of background to me. And what's this show all about? Well, what I'm going to be doing is giving you bite-sized snippets of serenity to help you sort your homes in less time. So just give you a few snippets each week. So this show is not going to be a long show, it'll be about 10 minutes. And you can dip in and out and just get a tip here and there that you can implement yourselves in your homes and get a taste of the serenity of the Serenely Sorted system. So if you're watching this, it's probably because what you don't have is a lot of time, and you want to get things done quicker. And the thing that really got me last night in this show was that they left at the end with a beautiful organized home, but didn't give them techniques and approaches for that family to keep that up for the long term. And that is where Serenely Sorted is massive. What you do is you learn the system, you launch it into your home, and then you live it. And it's living it and keeping it tidy and sorted for the long term that makes the difference to your life, and removes that mess stress, and helps you with the techniques to keep it tidy in less time. So There was one example in the show, and she had sorted all the Lego out into colours. So each little mini drawer had different coloured Lego in it. And it's no surprise, actually, that my Facebook community has a question at the start that's been there for 6 months, actually, as a result of an article in a newspaper, not surprisingly, about Stacey Solomon sorting Lego into colours at that time. And my question is, do you have an inclination to sort Lego into colours? And if so, probably better to join a different group, because that's just not realistic for most people. And everything I do is about realistic and providing realistic solutions that people can use and follow in their lives. If you sort Lego into colours and do that once, it might take you like a whole day. And then what happens? What is Lego for? It's for building, it's for having fun, it's for making stuff. And of course, those colours are, of course, going to get mixed up. So what then happens is that you, the child, or probably you, if you want to maintain that system, has to spend ages and ages sorting it back out into the colours, or it just goes to rack and ruin straight away. So in the Serenely Sorted system, you would never be asked or expected to sort Lego into colours. And I'll show you what I do. So giving you your realistic solution for Lego that works for the long term. And it's super simple and will take you a few seconds rather than hours and hours to resort that Lego. And what's this all about? It's saying that we want to free ourselves up from spending time on things that don't give you huge value back. Now, don't get me wrong, if it's your hobby and you love having your Lego in colours and you really, that is important to you, it's one of your what I call non-negotiables, you want to sort that Lego into colours, then absolutely go for it. But that time invested is something that you are choosing to do as kind of a hobby, because we don't have much time, every day to do these things. And what I'm about is we've got a bucket of time every day, and we have to spend some of it on home related chores, etc. And then the rest of the time we can spend on ourselves, our families, and our businesses or our jobs. I want to reduce the time you spend on your home chores without compromise on what your homes look like, so that you have more time for yourself, your family, and your business or your work. So, if you are having your Lego sorting as a hobby, then absolutely go for it. But otherwise, I'm for you. And, there are if you think about it like cooking or different cuisines, there are so many different types of food. There's something for everyone. I might like Chinese, you may hate it. And so the realistic home organization show, Serenely Sorted, it's for people who don't want to sort Lego by colours and value their time to spend on other things than home chores. That's not to say that there are other people out there who want to do things differently. So if I'm for you, then great, I'm glad you're here. Comment and say yes, thumbs up to that. And so whilst I loved the show last night, and it really highlighted the value of decluttering and the mess stress people feel, I recently did a survey that showed that 82% of us have experienced mess stress. And you could see this family absolutely was a big issue for them. And what they did was wonderful. But are they going to be able to keep that up for the long term? Well, they went back 1 month later and they still were quite happy. But do they have the methods and techniques to keep that up? And of course, with the Lego, that's not feasible. So I can show you alternative ways of achieving what they initially set out to do, but are sustainable and achievable for the long term. So I'm going to show you what I do for my Lego in a moment, which is absolutely the way to go if you want to follow the really realistic organization expert and Serenely Sorted. So let's have a look. I'm just going to pivot round, and I have this prepared. This is not where it lives, because this is my son's Lego basket. You may have seen these, you may be using them, but this is my option for Lego. Definitely not individual drawers sorted by colours. So this is a big tub that here's all the Lego. Absolutely fantastic. My son plays with it to his heart's content. When you are playing with Lego, you want to get it all out. You want to find all the different pieces and just search through it all. So this mat is really fantastic for that, and it can lay out on the ground anywhere. And I have one in his bedroom and actually another smaller one downstairs. But then when you're done, you just pull this up like this. All the Lego goes back into the tub. This goes like that. The thing wraps up. And there you have it. All the Lego back in. And that is how you tidy up Lego in literally 30 seconds, rather than the time it would spend you sorting out the Lego back into colours. So that's what's realistic. So this, I'll put in a link actually to that item. I think it was about 20 to 25 pounds. That was a brilliant investment. And I want my kids to play with their Lego, because you've got two options. If you have a really elaborate system, is that you will either not want them to use it so that it doesn't get messed up, or you want them to enjoy their toys, which they do every day in this house. When you look through my social media, you'll see that absolutely mess happens in this house. But what I have is methods and techniques that allow you to get back to tidy super fast. And back to tidy is part of my system and part of what the kids get involved with themselves. They support and follow the 𝚂𝚏𝚎𝚍 system as well. So the Lego in 30 seconds, not 3 hours. So I hope that was interesting and useful. And just for those who don't know me or my system, just to learn a little bit about Serenely Sorted, which you can do by going to my website, serenelysorted.com. Have a look. You can see the academy there, and you can contact me for a discovery session to work out if you want me to install the system into your home. But just browse my social media and my website to learn more about realistic solutions to rid yourself of your mess stress and to have a tidy home that's achievable and sustainable for the long term without compromise. Because I have a great looking and tidy home, but I spend less time than ever on tidying my home. And I haven't really gone into my story and why and how I created the system. I'll do that on Thursday, because I'm going to be coming live on Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon, just for a short time, up to 15 minutes, just to give you a snippet of the system and why you can get tidy and sorted for life, but spend less time than ever before on your home chores. So enjoy the rest of your day. Do watch the show, the Stacey Solomon show. Is absolutely a great show, and we all love those shows. But then come and watch my show afterwards to get the realistic option to how you can actually implement for the long term a great looking home through behaviour change and the Serenely Sorted system. So have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on Thursday. Cheers.